Now today, Chris is painting the barn door for the bedroom here. So I just want to show you what we did here because it's really kind of tricky when you're trying to decide on how wide to make the doorway, how much wall on that side, how much wall on this side. And we molded over about 50 different times. So what we ended up doing, the door is 37 inches wide. I figured out that the hardware, you could cut the door down to a minimum of 34 and still have room for the hardware on the door. The other one we left at 37. This one's 37, we're cutting it down to 35. And what we did was we made, let me just show you here. This is not a stand-up. Okay, so the door with the hardware and the bumper and everything, the door is going to be 35, so it will be completely out of the way and not be blocking the passageway. The other thing is, it works out that it's about 33 inches from trim to trim, so the door will completely cover, it's 34 I guess. So the door will completely cover the passageway. So you really want to check when you're, making your entranceway, framing your walls on each side, because this is a lot trickier having only 7 feet of finished space, wall to wall, the width. So it's a lot trickier to design things, and it's a lot trickier when it comes to placement of the doorways and everything. Especially, we've got the wardrobes going on this side, we went through all that, so you have to have enough wall space. We couldn't put the passageway in the middle of the wall because it wouldn't have given enough wall space for the wardrobes on this side. So really have to think this through. So that's what we did. Chris is ripping the door down from 37 to 35, so he's taken an inch off each side of the door. It'll be completely out of the way when it's open, and it will completely cover the passage from trim to trim. So he's going to get that ripped down. He's also going to put a bevel on the edges. They are really, really sharp edges, so he's going to put a tiny bevel like he did with the plywood on each side, and both sides of each side, and then that'll make it a little bit smoother too. Chris has got a coat of primer on both sides of the barn door. Like I said, he ended up beveling the edge all around. It's a really sharp edge like this. So he did that all the way around the door. We just prefer that. So tomorrow we're going to, I think we were going to do it tonight, but I think tomorrow we're going to get the hardware hung up here. But I want to go over this. He's got to fill the holes, and I'm going to roll a last coat of paint on over the filling the holes. So I don't want the door on till I do that. This makes me cuckoo, very, very cuckoo. So these have to be filled, and I will go around with the little roller and get those filled tomorrow. Now we've got to figure out the positioning for the hardware. This barn door. How far does that have to be from there?
Well, that's probably plenty close.
Okay.
That's all I need.
Now don't forget, you've got to paint this before you put that on. You won't be able to get in there. Chris has got the door painted on both sides now. I think he has to do another coat on this side, and then this is ready. It is pouring rain out today, so I don't think we're going to get the window done. And it's a chilly old rainy day, so we're not opening the big doors either. Okay, the door rail is up. I do believe the door has its last coat of paint on. So now we just have to put the hangers at the top of the door and hang them on the rail. Chris put the paintable caulking down both edges of the trim and put a last coat of paint on there. All these are done, I think. So now, get that little piece of trim up there, and the baseboard's on here, the floor transition on. Now, I just have to wash this red wall, and then he can put the white trim around this door, and then that'll finish it off. Finally. I will still have to prime and paint this door, but that's what we call a winter job, or a rainy day job. Ta-da! Window is in, just have to put the spray foam all the way around it, and get the trim on.
Come over here.
Sawhorses are in the way.
Yeah. Down here. There we go. Perfect. It stops. Could go a little further.
Yeah, the bumper could go that way, a little way.
A little bit.
Not much.
It's flush right now.
Oh,
I could go that way. This much.
yeah. Nice. Just need the guide. So it doesn't bang against the wall, it just keeps it going straight. And the handle, and then we're done.